Good morning, dear noble judges and my viewers. My name is Laksmi Maharani and I am a 5th grade student in BIMS Elementary School. So today, I want to tell you a famous local folklore from Indonesia. The story of Bawang Merah and Bawang Putih. This story has a various version, depends on the area. So here is the story. Long time ago, in a small village, there lived a wealthy merchant with his beautiful wife. They had a daughter named Bawang Putih. For a time, they led a blissful life. However, one day, his wife fell ill and died soon after. Bawang Putih was grieved by her mother's death. Unable to see his daughter suffering, he married again. His second wife was also a beautiful woman, a widow with one child named Bawang Merah. The merchant was glad to have Bawang Merah as his daughter's playmate. Unfortunately, a few years later, the merchant also fell ill and died. Bawang Putih was left with his stepmother and stepsister. Soon, her stepmother and stepsister's real character showed up. Her stepmother was a harsh, demanding woman who only spoiled her own child. Bawang Merah was an arrogant, flirtatious girl who only cared about lovely dresses and makeup. They insisted Bawang Putih to do all the work. At first, Bawang Putih was sad, but then she maintained a cheerful and hopeful attitude. She believed that one day everything would change for her if she kept being kind. She grew into a bright, beautiful girl and even prettier than Bawang Merah. Her stepmother and Bawang Merah envied her greatly. They made her suffer even more by giving her all the chores to do from dawn to dusk. Bawang Putih's only refuge was on the forest near the river. When she washed the clothes, it was the time she was free from their torment. One day, when she washed the clothes, the strong current of the river drifted a red scarf that belonged to Bawang Merah. Afraid that Bawang Merah would scold her, she ran along the river with a stick to retrieve the red scarf. However, the water flowed too fast. The red scarf was out of her sight. The river ended in the cave. Bawang Putih went inside and met an old woman.
Hey, young girl, who are you? And what are you doing here?
Said the old woman, greeted Bawang Putih. I'm Bawang Putih, Grandma. I'm looking for my sister's red scarf. It was drifted by the river. Have you seen it? Said Bawang Putih.
Yes, I have. I'm going to give it to you. But first, you have to help me clean the cave,
said the old woman. Then Bawang Putih helped the old woman clean the cave and cook some food. She did it happily. After everything was finished, the old woman returned the red scarf. The old woman also gave Bawang Putih a gift. The old woman had 2 pumpkins. One is the small one and the other one was big. Bawang Putih had to choose one. Bawang Putih was not a greedy girl, so she chose the small one. After thanking the old woman, Bawang Putih went home. When she arrived home, her stepmother and Bawang Merah scolded her. They had been waiting for her all day long. Bawang Putih then told them everything. Her mother was angry, so she grabbed the pumpkin and smashed it to the floor. They all were surprised to find jellies and gold inside the pumpkin. They scolded her again because they thought she was so foolish to not choose the bigger pumpkin.
I will take a large pumpkin and become richer than you,
laughed Bawang Merah. The next day, Bawang Merah purposefully drifted a red scarf and went to the old woman's cave. The old woman asked her to help the old woman clean the cave. But Bawang Merah refused. Instead, she walked around the cave and found the jellies inside. They opened the pumpkin immediately, and they were surprised to find such a venomous animal inside it, such as snakes, scorpions, spiders, and centipede. They all both get bitten. They scream for help. Help! Help! Please help us! But no one came to help because they were in the middle of the forest. Their birth finally brought them to death. Meanwhile, Bawang Putih lived happy and became rich and kind merchant just like her father. Well, everyone, that's all the story of Bawang Merah and Bawang Putih. From this story, we can learn to always be kind, patient, and not greedy, even though you are treated badly. Okay, everyone, that's all about the story. Thank you for the great attention, and thank you for watching.